Yeah, I'm out here hanging out with my pet squirrel a little bit. He's having a good time climbing all over trees. And I'm getting ready to go look for some ancient Native American artifacts on the Ohio River. I'll see you out there. Say bye, Squirrel, and I'll put him at the end too. Oh, this was sticking out here, and I flipped it out, and that's an artifact. It's a little like preform. It's a nice one. Yeah, see, that's a little preform for a point, I'd say. It's just not notched and finished. Find lots of stuff like that. End of the day, it's pretty warm out. The water's nice, and I got a few hours to hunt, and I'm out in real deep water in thick fire rock, cracked fire rock beds from ancient campsites, Native American campsites. And I'm just doing a shovelful at a time in the screen. See that? You can see the fire cracked rock. I'm getting this in this screen. I'll put my last video up at the end on the left. I show towards the end of the video where you can buy these screens for like 30 bucks. They're awesome. See, this is what I'm doing. And see, right there's a flake, and look at all, one shovelful. You know, and I feel like one of these shovelfuls here is gonna have a point laying in my screen, and I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna go home. That's how I see it working out. But there's another lancet. It's not bad. So, this is my second hunt of the day, and this is just how I pulled up this screen. And I see 2 points, and both of them look nice. We'll go for this one first. Right here's one. Oh, it's beautiful. That's nice, but holy crap. It's good. A little base nick, but that's another pentagonal. Look at that one. But that little one's nicer. Man. Well, here's that first little point. It's a little like kind of stemmed. Lightly serrated dart. Looks like some kind of little dart, and it's just, I don't see it being broke. I just think it's made that way. Kind of nice. Well, that really dried out and lightened up enough, and you can see that edge. It's a pentagonal for sure. Found other pentagonal stuff, and you see that's an old break. It's a shame that other base corner isn't on there. I'll show you another pentagonal I found right by it. See, you can see it in the notches right beside it. It's a pentagonal. It's just some of them, I have big runs of them. I have huge frames of pentagonals off that shoreline with hundreds of them in it. And some of them look like this. They don't have the more pentagonal shape. There's them 2 points. So it's a 3 artifact screen. I screened it down a little more, and there's another nice. See how this one has the flared one edge? That's a knife. And it's like that green jasper material. That's nice. Man. See, you can tell that one's got that on the left side there, that curved knife edge, and it's got a little polish on it. You know, them big knives I was finding, see, it's got that shape to it. Look, that one's thin there. That's a pretty nice artifact, huh? 4 artifact screen, still screening it down. There's another one, another little blade. Much longer. It's my second hunt of the day. I'm gonna get him and eat, but right there's a faceted piece of hematite, a nice one. All right. Well, there's that little piece of hematite, and you see that's just the cortex, and then right there's the facet. That whole end's just been faceted down. That's a pretty nice quality piece of heavy hematite right there. That screen here, and look at this. 2 shovelfuls of dirt. There's a flake. There's a flake, a brush creek. There's a busted open river cobble. I don't see nothing else. But I want to do a few screens right here, see if I can get some more funds for this video. I'm finding flakes in every screen, and I don't know, I'm probably the 4th screen in over here. It's the next day from them first finds. And look right there. You know, nothing spectacular compared to some of the stuff I'm finding, but it ain't bad. I'd say it's going to have translucency in this Brush Creek Chert. It's all there. It's like a little round base point. You don't know what to call that. Well, there's that first little point, and you see right there's the cortex right there of this cobble. So it's just kind of a rounded base point. It kind of looks like a Gary point, but it's hard to say. It's just kind of crude and just okay. But I'm happy to find it. It's not bad. See, there's that little point with the cortex on the base, kind of rounded. Kind of looks like a Gary point or something made of Brush Creek, but it's hard to say. But see, really nice quality material, real translucent around the edges, just nice feeling stuff. Well, it's the first time this has happened in a while. Right there's a point on my shovel. I'll get it and show it to you. I think it has a tip neck. I'm going to try to leave that green on it. See it? That's been on the bottom and it's been exposed to sunlight, but it was in neck deep water. I was reaching out. And see, you can see the green algae on it. That was getting a little sunlight out there on the bottom, and that's an Amos point. It's just a sharpened down one. You can see it's probably been used as a knife. It's Brush Creek, maybe an ear dang there, but at least the tip's on it. I thought the tip was gone the way it was on my shovel, but on my shovel. See if it's translucent. I bet it is. Well, see this point? It's got a vein in it. See it? In the material. Look at that algae growth. You can really see it here under the light. I'm leaving that on it, but now look at this. That vein's translucent. It's even more, say, you can see right through the point. That's so cool. And you know, that's high-grade Brush Creek Chert of nice quality. Look at it. It's nice stuff, but that vein is absolutely cool, huh? Wow. You know, if I stand here, my chest waders will be here today. I tracked them sometime. You know, I don't have to go to a job now. These videos are paying enough. It's almost as many arrowheads as I want. I feel pretty daggone confident every time I come with the skills I have and the decades I've spent doing this, that I'm finding something every time. In a good percentage of that time, something that I'm proud of. I got all day, and this is what I love to do, so it's what we're doing. Every once in a while, like when that point come up on the shovel, I do this to make sure I'm in fired rock and look at it, see? And I lifted that last one up, and there was a point right there, and there could be on any of them. Well, it's kind of windy today, but taking an eyeball at that screen, I just got another arguably year-making serrated point, it looks like to me. Man, I cannot believe this summer. But, you know, now YouTube's paying me enough, and it's just, why not come out here all day? See, there's a core right there. Now look at this. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. This is a smoker. Man. Again. Another just beautiful find. Well, look at that little smoker. Really nice find, huh? You know? Just another scorching little point. Nice serrations. Man, I've been on it. I found another one that's nicer than this one. Pretty close to that. I'll show you. See? Undoubtedly related. Probably out of the same guy's or girl's toolkit. See? The more you dig, the more that's uncovered, and the story starts to come, you know, to light. That's wow. See, there's a few more recent ones. Look at that one with the inclusion. That's sick. And a little more, and watch my videos. There's way more than this. Well, in this stuff here, I think I've been looking for the last 43 days, so all of this stuff and all these frames, plus I have enough for another frame this big and maybe a half of one this big. Just been on a tear, been looking every day. Look at that hafted shaft scraper right here. Look at that big sandy. There's so many nice points in here. And you know, I just found a pentagonal. It was pretty nice. Right there's another one. I'll probably frame all the pentagonal stuff together. But this is what we've been finding. I've been on one heck of a run out there on the river. See, there's a black hafted shaft scraper there. Look at that big hope well. All these awesome serrated points and tools. All in the last, I think this made the 43rd day in a row that I've been out there looking. 43 days, and you see it pays off. Look at that big black knife. Some nice ones, huh? Look at that black arrowhead, that black serrated point. Yeah. All right, I'll keep going. Another success story in this one. And see, I just ran out of, I got to go here when I get paid on the 22nd and buy more frames because I found so many artifacts. This is a whole nother frame and a half right there in this box of just scorcher points. Look here. Look at this little girl, folks. It's Dog Bubby, the squirrel wrangler, and up there is the digging machine. Look at him. He's been in his cage while I've been arrowhead hunting, and he had to come out. He's eating dirt, and he's probably going to have some wild strawberries here in a minute. That's his favorite. But I'll let him do his digging and run off some of the squirrel energy. I have to put him in his cage when I'm gone. But he'll be out of it now. And man, I've just been finding, you know, I got so many clips on this GoPro now, I'll have to make multiple videos just from the past, I don't know. Yesterday I did a few hunts, and today. And heck, the last hour I dug there, I think I found 4 points, blades, and just all kinds of stuff. Squirrel man's worked up, and this is my pet squirrel. If you're just now tuning in, look at this good boy. Who is this handsome little man right here? Tell him you're a good boy. Found him outside too. You know, he stays with me. Come on, you can get back down. He's gonna do some running, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Finding little blades and lots of flakes, but also bring some quarters for wishes. And this one's for Orlando, the collector's dream. Wishing you a speedy recovery, my friend. Well, here's the guy I gave a shout out to there and threw the quarter in for a speedy recovery. Orlando, the collector's dream. I don't know the guy offline, but feel like I know him from watching these videos. I love old sports cards, like the Goodwin Champions Man and the Allen and Ginner Indian Chiefs. He does baseball, and you see here's a thing on the Negro League, and you know, he's having some health issues, Orlando, and you know, wanted to wish him some luck and a speedy recovery. And if any of you are all interested in any of this kind of stuff, please check out his channel. He's going through kind of a rough patch, but Orlando, I think you'll get through all of this. Look at some of this stuff. 1886 Chicago baseball team, and he's got the cards. Lots of pre-war stuff, and I love this basketball set. The 70-71 tops. Look at the Wilt, the Stilt there, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that's Jerry West. Looks like Pistol Pete Maravich right there. I'm into this. The Clemente cards, there's a 64 tops mantle. I'm into this. And Orlando, I've really enjoyed your videos, buddy. Check this out. I'll put a few here of these recent videos up and check it out. Subscribe to the channel maybe.